It's your boy. You might be looking at me like, why you look different? Well, why you look insane mostly? It's because I just got home from work. But I'm doing this BG before Gojo. So today is the day before the best episode of JJK is about to come out. This shit is so fire. I'm pretty sure it comes out tomorrow, right? Yeah, it does. So there's an episode of JJK. I'm gonna talk about it in a video. I'm making this first half the day before just to say how excited I am. And how much I'm hopeful that the animation lives up to this fight, because this is seriously the peak of, in my opinion, is the peak of new gen fights. I genuinely don't think it gets better than this. I think this is it. Like, when you're looking for the best new gen anime fight, you tell them this fight. So spoiler alert, it's Toji versus Gojo round 2, because that shit goes so hard. All sides are fucking great. It's just a good ass fight. I can't wait for the episode tomorrow. The Honored One panel is one of my favorite panels of all time. You can see in my background I've got another panel drawn from here. I love this fucking fight. This fight is so good. That is why I have JJK as my second favorite new gen. You might be like, oh, so what's your favorite, Ryan? Well, my favorite's Demon Slayer, but it's really interchangeable, honestly. With like JJK, I would say this is the peak of new gen for me. However, Demon Slayer on average I liked more. And also Fire Force is also a contender, because Fire Force is really good. But BG, like I said before, Gojo, and today last night the fucking coolest chapter of JJK dropped. Gojo is just him, bro. Gojo is so cool. And I just had to say that I wanted to record this first half the day before it comes out, so you can tell that I am excited. Like, I'm probably gonna struggle to go to sleep tonight with how excited I am about seeing this animation. Cause, bro, this has gotta be like the best animation I've ever seen in my life. It has to, because this fight goes so goddamn hard. I just need it to. And there's the Honored One panel, bro. It better look identical, because that shit, when I was reading, I was like, oh my god, Gojo is him. I want to feel that exact same way. And Toji, fucking goat. Toji's awesome. I'm praying that this is super good. I'm praying. I had to talk about this the day before, and now the second half of the video I'll be just probably going insane about the episode, honestly. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. I'm just kidding. Mostly. So, Jujutsu Kaisen episode came out. I talked about it yesterday, and man, is it tough for me to talk about, because on one hand, goddamn was it good. But on the other hand, man, did they fumble some parts, in my opinion. The angles they chose were just not good. Like, I've seen a lot of people saying, you're just hating. And I'm not. I just prefer the way the manga looked, I think. I don't think I can show pictures. So I'm not going to. However, actually here, maybe I can. Let me see if I can find one picture. But it wasn't bad. The people saying it was bad are absolutely tripping. They are not correct on that. Like, it was a very good episode. However, you heard me hyping it up. I was talking all this, saying like, bro, this is about to be the peak of Jujutsu Kaisen. And here, let me just pull this picture. So, man, the quality is absolute shit, though. We're just gonna keep it in small, because that's the only way. So Jujutsu Kaisen Season 4, or Season 2, Episode 4, spoilers. So, this is what it's looking like in the anime. Really good action shots, for sure. Like, and they nail the feeling of him just, like, genuinely becoming enlightened. Like, he literally looks like he's just descended. Like, specifically, But this right here, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So this scene, you see how the camera just, it kind of like doesn't look great in my opinion. Like I said, it looks decent, and this is a different angle of that same moment. This is the better angle of the two. Compare that to let me look it up. Gojo, you're so right. Because this is my favorite manga panel in this entire manga. This shit looks so good. Like, they get the emotion right, I think. But they do not get the angle right, in my opinion. Like, the angle, like, you can't see his hands. It just doesn't give, and this is the same, similar, it's like right before it. Or maybe it is when he's saying it. It's right there, that's where he's saying it. Which, it's so close to correct, but not quite. And I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, because this is still really good. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm still very pleased with how this turned out. But as you heard me yesterday, this was my most hyped moments of this entire series. I fucking loved this moment. And honestly, they didn't do it. It's so hard to talk about, like I said, because they do it fine. And like, it's honestly, it's good. But it's not this. Like, this right here, this is absurd. That's why I have the Urahara hat on. I'm no longer switching up. Urahara is my favorite sensei. Sorry, Gojo, I kind of lost you. There's still some cool stuff, for sure. Like, a lot of these moments, like this moment, looks pretty much perfect, honestly. And there's a lot of stuff like that looks pretty perfect. But the other one that they fail, which I think is a genuine, like, that's a horrible flop, is the Honored One stuff. Because they hit the pose, but once again, you don't see the hands. Like, it's not bad. Like, it really isn't. That's the tough part about talking about it. Like, it's not bad. And I didn't think it was gonna live up to this, because this is like the coolest panel. However, like, look, you can't even see his other hands. Like, you see it when it's panning up, but it's just not, I don't know, man. Like, I think maybe part of the problem is I had such a feeling where Gojo is just, he's insane. Like, he's genuinely insane. In this episode. Like, he's genuinely out of his mind. And they went a lot more into the, like, the tranquility type shit, where he was genuinely just nothing, like, and I understand that's what the moment's, like, supposed to feel, but I feel like it's a kind of a mix, and that's why I like this moment so much, because it's such a, like, juxtaposition between Gojo feeling absolute, like, what Gojo is feeling in this moment is absolute tranquility, and that's what this episode does extremely well. Like, bro looks like he's just, like, feeling himself, essentially. However, how Gojo's acting is he is acting, like, insane. Like, Mans is actually, like, completely insane. And you can see it in certain moments, like this moment, he looks crazy. Same with this. But then, like, here it literally he just looks like he's hanging out. And, like I said, it's still similar. But, like, I don't know, man. Something is just off. Like, I love the episode. I absolutely do. I think it's great. But it's just, something isn't quite right. Like, I don't know, like, this person is kind of spitting what I'm saying. Something is off, and people are very like, upset. People are like, you're just hating. I'm not just hating. I love this moment still. This moment goes so hard. And, like, this part, this entire, the, like, flashing back or going into, like, the tranquility of the world, that shit looks fire. And even right here looks fucking great. But here looks super off. Like, something is just wrong. I don't know. I think it's just this camera angle, because they choose to linger right here. And it looks good, don't get me wrong. But it's something, it's not this. Like I said, I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. But I feel like something is really, I think it's the angle. I do think it's the angle. I don't completely blame it. But the angle is really fucking it up, I think, because like this moment, it's so like tranquil, I guess, and it still feels that way, but it almost is too much of too chill. Like the one of the things, like I said, with juxtaposition, is this tranquil moment is offset with Gojo's kind of insane face and the tilted like angle of the panel, which obviously I don't know if they could have done that or how they could have done that. I'm sure they could have, but I don't know how they would have done that. But this is, it's like they nailed the tranquility part, but kind of flopped the everything else. Like the animation, well, other than the animation, like the animation is super good still. However, like I said, it's just not, it's too, they lean too much into the tranquil, in my opinion. I think what you need more like this, where it's like the background is like, holy shit, this man is ascending, but then Gojo is looking insane. And I'm obviously not every scene can look the same, but like I said, I think a simple thing like just fixing some of the angles would look a lot nicer. If I was skilled enough, I would absolutely just rotate that angle and see if it maybe looks better. Maybe I can actually. Hold up. Oh wait, did it just start right here? He's saying it right here. So fuck, I hate the quality on Twitter, Jesus. I just didn't want to go to the actual episode because I think I'll get annihilated. But like, let me see this. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe this, and maybe I'll switch up in a few days and I'll be like, okay, actually it wasn't that bad. But I just, like it felt off. And maybe it's just because I'm coming straight from the manga, like this week, where it was actually great again. Fuck, man, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna spend too long doing this, but like I said, I think it's done well. Like, okay, here we go. Here's a good comparison. Like, this looks good for sure, but something is off. I think it is the angle. Like, I think the angle is doing so much for it. And once again, it's not bad. It is really not bad. But I'm no longer gonna be saying what I was saying before, where I was saying like this is the best new gen like fight. I don't know if it is anymore. Like this right here, I don't know. I think it is just the two things are the angles and then the way that you feel when you're reading it is obviously you're gonna feel different every single time compared to the anime, where you're gonna get a similar feeling. And I just think I don't want to sound like they that's why I'm saying this over and over. I'll just say it one more time. I don't want to sound like they fumbled it, because I don't think they fumbled it. Like, I don't think it's completely bad. I just think that this is significantly worse than this, and I think it could have been fixed so easily with just like a rotated camera. Like, that's all you need. And don't get me wrong, this is still great, but this is what I was expecting. It's like I went to a restaurant and I ordered like some meal, right? And they come out and they give you a meal. They like went way too heavy on something of it. Like, let's say you ordered a pizza and they gave you the perfect amount of like when you first went there, you gave the perfect amount of cheese and sauce and all that. It's like the perfect pizza. You go back the next time, you're super excited to have it again. But this time they went extremely heavy on the cheese. And the sauce is still there, but the cheese is overpowering it, kind of. I feel like that's exactly what happened here. I know that's a fucking, like, wild way to describe it. But that is just the way I would describe it. Oop, wrong one. Oop, wrong one. Once again, really good episode still. If you wanted to know where I'd rate it, I'd still give it I would honestly only give it an 8 though, honestly. I think episode 3 had better animation overall, but I think this episode was more good stuff. Like, I enjoyed this episode more. But I think that's just because of the manga. I don't know. I'll have some time to collect my thoughts. I'll probably review the whole season next week when the final episode of this arc comes out. The whole, like, mini arc thing. I'll talk about it a lot more in depth there, but I just wanted to talk about this video since you saw I split this video into 2 parts because I was so excited. I recorded one of them yesterday, and you know, I'm feeling pretty meh right now, honestly. Like, I don't know, it was just fine. That's about it. Later.